Today I'm going to be finishing up the 2D drawing and the 3D drawing I did the other day, and then as well showing you some new tools that are coming up for Mech-Q that have to do with the bill of materials. Specifically, it's a bubbling utility that works alongside of the data extraction utility that you'll find in AViCAD and AutoCAD and all the other applications out there. So it's a pretty standard way of creating a table. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well in this video. To get started on the BOM, you type in Q BOM, which is the name of the utility. And here you'll have the option to create 3D tags, also to change your text size, balloon type. We can also tabulate by like items, unique items, label types, and so forth. So let's get started. I'm going to choose OK. And then I'm going to start tagging this drawing as I go around. We'll come up here for 2. We'll come here. This is for the straight piece of pipe going up. Do that here. I'm using my snap tracking, align bubble, and then the elbow here. Two. Then we'll elbow here at the corner. And I'm going to go up this way now. So let's select the straight piece here. I'll just press enter. I'll have to adjust that. And then the elbow down here. Right here. And the flange. Now the flanges are a little bit different. We're going to select this one here first. Come down. And then we'll select this one here. Come down this way. Now here I have several different options. Horizontal is the one I'm going to choose, but there's triangular above and below. I'll show you what the triangular one looks like. We have something like this. Then we have horizontal below. So we're going to go with the horizontal one and then finish to the flange itself, the gasket, and the bolts. Now, if I want, I could align these a little bit better. The way I like to do that, just by using the X line and drawing a line up this way. And the stretch command, this is just to show you what you can do. Because after the fact, you can go back and move these things around pretty easily. In the current version of Mech-Q, you're not able to do that. The other thing about this utility is you can do different sections. So you could do this section, let's say exit, go on a break, come back, and then finish this section, and you can resume the bill of materials so you're not forced to do it all at one time. Real quick, I'm using a AutoCAD-like program called AViCAD. AViCAD is a AutoCAD alternative and costs about a quarter of what AutoCAD does. For more, you can visit acadavenue.com/AViCAD.htm. Let's go into the Southwest isometric view, pan over this way, and we'll zoom down into the drawing. Let's start the Q BOM and select begin a new tagging area. And then press the down arrow and choose settings. Turn on our prompt for 3D tags. We're going to make this one an alpha drawing and also set it to unique number for each item. Because we're in a 3D drawing, we need to establish the leader plane origin. Really, the only difference between 2D and 3D is that you need to be aware of these origins. So we'll pick the point here. We'll point it in to this direction here. And that's going to align all our bubbles at that angle, as you'll soon see. Now we can just simply select the T from this point here and then come out. And then we select the straight piece here and the elbow here. And now that we're rounding this bend here, we need to reselect the origin. So we arrow down and select the origin here at the center. We'll come out, start the T, and enter. Now we're going to be, again, rounding that corner. So we'll select the new plane origin here. Anywhere along this axis here is fine. Then we select the elbow, and we'll just come out this way. And the straight piece. And then the elbow here. I'm going to put the bubble on the top side here. And I'll come over and press enter. Next we have the flanges. So we need to change the origin as we're rounding this bend here. And let's come down and make sure we select the backside one first. So we'll left click and let's place this one here. And then for the one on the front, to the flange itself, then the gasket and the bolts. Let's select it here at the flange, come down this way, and then do the horizontal option here. So now that we're done with the labeling, let's create a schedule. Go into data extraction. And what it's going to do is it's going to ask us to use a previous extraction as template, which we want. And this is going to pre-select the Mech-Q block names for us to save us time. So we'll come up here, we'll select the default Mech-Q file, and then we'll come down and choose next. Now it's wanting to create a snapshot of this extraction if we ever need to go back to it later. Let's just call this 3D BOM. And we'll select save. And now we can go ahead and select the drawing itself. And we need to keep this drawing separate from this drawing, so we'll do each separately. And now we just choose next. And this is what I was referring to as far as the way the block names are pre-selected. So we just go through the prompts, next, and also next because it's pre-selected these. So these two steps are already done for you. Now this last step, we need to just turn off all these options here, unless you want the count column. In this case, we don't really need it because all the items are unique. So we'll just turn that off. And then we just need to sort this here. And then we choose next and we insert the table and press finish. Let's do this bill of materials next. So let's go into the data extraction again. And again, we want to choose that same template that we used previously. And we'll choose next. We can save this as the 2D BOM. And we'll just choose save. Now we need to make sure that we select the drawing. And we'll just select this, enter, and we'll choose next, next, next. Now in this example, we do want to combine the rows because we were doing the combined option with the Q BOM settings. And I'm going to show the count column, but we're going to turn off the name column. And then we're going to sort the item column this way. So we'll choose next. And then we'll insert this one into the drawing as well. Let's insert this one right up here. And the next step is just to select these and do a Control X to cut those into the clipboard. And then we can go ahead and go into our layout. Let's turn off the properties palette there so we have more viewing room. Now that I've cut those into the clipboard, I can do a Control V to bring those into paper space. Let's go ahead and align these. Let's bring this here down to this here. Then we'll move them into our paper, like so. And we need to scale them down. So we'll do the scale command. We'll do the base point here and the reference option. Now the reference option is the R option. So it needs the full length of the table like so. And then that way we can just bring it back and size it in the way we need. Now we want to do the M command first, and then select the table, and then enter, and then move it up. The reason why I like to do it the M first is because I don't want the M to land up in the cell column, which can sometimes happen if you're not careful. Anyways, so those are moved up. Now I want to show you a couple of things as far as the way you can modify these tables once they've been inserted. The first is how to justify the rows. So if we click this row here and then shift click, we can choose the alignment option here and then just choose the middle left option, which is going to justify those in there. We can take the grips and move them around to make room for things that don't fit. Let's look at this table down here. So in this table, we have the count column. Let's just fix this real quick. We have the count column here on the outside. We could flip-flop these two columns. And the easiest way to do that is to click the column that you want to insert. And we're going to go ahead and just insert left on this one. You can take this column here and do a Control X to cut it, and click this column and do a Control B. And then we simply come back to this column and delete it. That's really the easiest way to adjust that. This takes just a few seconds. And again, if we wanted to justify these, it's just a matter of just choosing middle left and you're set to go. Keep in mind that you can also easily add text into the remark column, type it in as you need it. So this is a huge advantage to using tables with the data extraction tool. Now, lastly, I want to just make sure that these are on a no plot layer, because I'm just going to do a plot preview of this real quick. So if I turn on my properties palette, which is the Control 1, I can go ahead and just look at what layers these happen to be on. They are on the depth points layer, which is a no plot layer. So that will work fine. Then go ahead and just do the plot command, and we'll do a preview. So I hope this video has been helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you in the next video.